How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Kick Report. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Giannis Freak 7. So not going to be trying these on today, but we're definitely going to be able to kind of get a look and give a pretty good estimation on how the shoe is just based off of the features of the shoe and what's different from last year. So the big tagline with these, the big headline, the biggest thing that jumped out to me was its price point. These are going to be at $115, and that's definitely lower than his shoes before. I believe they're in like the $130, $140 range, and I see this one's kind of going to round out the bottom of Nike's signature market at $115. Like the Sabrina 2s, the Ja 3s, and other shoes are all going to be at the $130 range, and like the GT Cut 3s even higher, but these are going to be towards the lower end. And you're like, wow, how are they able to do that? You can kind of tell once you hold these in person. So with that being said, let's just move right into the cushion. So the cushion technology is going to be just Cushion 3.0. And yes, just Cushion 3.0. Now, that was a little concerning. Me personally, I don't like it when there's only one dimension to the cushion technology. I like the Cushion 3.0 personally when it's paired up with the zoom unit, like the Sabrina the 3s, 2s, even the 1s. I just am not a fan of just one continuous foam. I haven't had a shoe that's very good with that. Now that's open to change because I did just get a pair of the AE ones, and I know I believe those have a boost unit all the way throughout the shoe, a light boost. So we'll see how I feel about those. A video coming soon. But again, it's just the Cushion 3.0 all the way through. No fancy stuff here, no fancy stuff there. Now, one thing is to note that the cushion line is non-caged, so that's good because a lot of the times when the cushion is caged, it ends up being really stiff, and I don't like that at all. I prefer uncaged cushion, and you should too. Again, the price point just makes sense. You look at the shoe and you see the materials, and it's like, okay, I see why the shoe is $115. That's not a bad thing because not everybody's trying to spend that much money on a shoe, but just keep that in mind when you're going to get them. So some other things to keep in mind, there's some pretty good arch support. I won't say I tried them on, but for legal reasons, my plug tried them on, and he noted that there was a decent amount of arch support, more than he felt in a different shoe before. So that's something to write home about. I'm good for my hoopers that need that arch support. Go you. Because I know the Giannis's in the past have ran a little narrow. I had some, I think it was the Freak 5s or the Freak 4s, something like that. And those were so narrow, I gave them away to my little cousin. Shout out to you. But with all that being said, and why this shoe makes sense at $115, let's talk about the materials. So for the materials, it's I hate to say budget, but it's budget. You can tell the shoes has a lesser quality than like the Sabrina 3s or any shoe at the $130 price point, or any really Adidas shoe at that price point. But the upper is going to be like a stiffer, cheaper nylon. Not that cheap is bad. I know I keep using that word, but it's different for me personally. I am a go big, go home type of guy, and it's just something I'd have to get adjusted to because I know cheaper materials don't give as well, and cheaper materials also do break down easier. But I mean, hey, there's no glue coming off in the shoe out the box, so I mean, hey, I can't be too mad. But there's like around the shoe, you can kind of tell like on the back there's like this mesh, and that's not that good. It looks plain, it looks basic, it really looks like it should be hidden by something. But then they have like this upper like knit that's super stiff, and like you can tell like the way the shoe kind of folds, it folds like right before the ankle because of like the way the shoe is made, and it kind of bends kind of awkwardly. You can see that when I try the shoe on, and it's not great, but I'm sure they'll break in with nicely. They have a nice heel lock, a nice padding around the heel. Again, that Cushion line is really probably going to be a star of the show. I like the felt that they added on the midsole on the Ignition colorway. I really didn't mind that at all. It looked pretty. It's different. I've never seen that. The laces are going to be the regular round tip, the flat tip or the round tip laces that you'll find in really any shoe, that any kind of entry level shoe. And then like there's a plastic Nike sign with some waves, which sometimes my feet hit each other or something happens to where the Nike logo gets scraped. And if I was in these, I would scrape the life out of that logo. So that's something else about the build quality of these. But I can't be too mad because again, at $115, it's an entry-level shoe. You're still getting a Nike shoe and you're getting a premier signature shoe. So take what you get and don't throw a fit because you're paying $115. For the traction, so it's gonna have like a split color traction. It's like a two-tone. It's like an abstract design. It's hard to really even describe, but squiggles and lines going everywhere. No real pattern to this. It's gonna be interesting though, because on some of the colorways I've seen a mix between a translucent and a solid color traction. Now from my quote-unquote prime of my hooping days being in like 2018, 2019, that is raising some red flags for me, because anytime I see a translucent outsole, I just kind of start backing away slowly because it's just scary. You never know how that's going to perform. But for these, it's a tougher compound. I wouldn't really recommend them for outdoors. I'm almost feeling like you could recommend the solid color for outdoors, but the lighter or the translucent side of the traction I would not use for outdoors. It's crazy how that happens. But for the solid colorways, the colorways with the solid outsole, I do recommend playing in them outdoors, especially because of the price point and the materials. You're just kind of looking for a shoe to beat up on, and I think this could really be that shoe. Now, as for the colorways, I'm like seeing around online, like there's up to 7 of them that have been released, and I've seen a couple ones that are pretty clean. Of them, the cleanest would have to be the white one. The Ignition colorway is alright, and the blue one's kind of clunky. I have to see the other ones. I've seen like a blue one, I believe maybe a pink one. That one's clean as well, but it's really loud. I'm not gonna lie, this blue colorway that I was able to track down is a bit of an eyesore. I love Nike. Hey, I'm a very big Nike wearer, but I will tell it how it is. I'm not a fan of that colorway at all. It's a bit of a real eyesore, because just the way the colors come together. Let me know if you guys think differently, but that's just how I feel. But overall, it's a budget model. My expectation for this shoe is probably a 7.2 to 7.5 out of 10, but if you incorporate that price point into it, you could get it up to maybe an 8. It just truly depends on how the shoe forms and how hard the cushion wants to carry the shoe. So again, these are going to be a midsole or a mid-top shoe. There's not many of those left anymore, so if you need that ankle support, this could definitely be a shoe for you. But you're gonna suffer with these materials. It's definitely something that's weighing the shoe down. That's what I believe. But again, this is just filling a part in Nike's market because they're having so many signature shoes released. It's just something that they needed to have, and I can't be mad at that at all, because not everyone is trying to spend that much money on a shoe. But that's just how I feel about them. And me personally, I wouldn't wear them in my rotation, but feel free to know how you guys feel about them. If you guys let me know if you guys want me to review this shoe. Honestly, I wasn't really planning on it. I'm kind of shifting to look at a little more Adidas shoes, since I have so many Nike shoes and I have so many kind of in the Nike shoes in the chamber, that I wanted to kind of diversify that and kind of get some different shoes reviewed for you guys. But feel free to let me know if there's any other shoes that you guys want to see me review down below, specifically any Adidas shoes. I have been out of the market for a little while, and I think it's time for me to return to Adidas and kind of see what that is about. But that will be all for today, guys. Let me know what you guys' expectations are for the Giannis Freak 7s, and be sure to let me know if you guys get them and how you like them. But that'll be all for today. I appreciate you guys as always. We're closing in on 60 subscribers, and just like that, week by week, we're hitting a new goal, and I can't be more thankful for the thing you guys are allowing me to do, and kind of the way I'm able to express myself on here. It's truly a blessing. But thank you guys again, and I will catch you guys in the next one. This has been the Kick Report.